Well, welcome back to another episode of Das Sarcasm and Das Serotonin.
Whoop, whoop.
Yep. So we're down to like episode 6 million now. I don't know. We're in the high teens now.
It is hotter than fuck outside today.
It is. It has gotten...
It went from fall to midsummer.
Yeah, bad real quick. And I meant to tell you, I ordered some socks. I'll show you these socks.
Cock sock.
They are I've ordered some of them too, actually. Peckerhead.
Banana hammock.
No,
to hold up your
my scrot.
Unbelievably large ball sack.
Yeah, no, that's a picture of something there.
Yes.
These socks. Fuck this meeting and fuck all y'all.
Those are ones you just kind of gradually pull up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just above the...
I got to order some new boots. Anyway, I've been trying to decide what boots to buy, and I don't know.
Listen, everybody be going to those tennis shoes, those safety toes tennis shoes that look like Hey Dudes.
Well, so I got a set of...
Oh, you still high?
I am fucking high still.
This is week 2.
Yeah, I know. Yes. Maybe I might have had a little setback, but I'm fine. It's just a little bit of pain. But what the fuck was I even talking? You motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, my
boots.
My boots. My current boots are like 6-inch rise boots.
Yeah, 6-inch heels.
No, not heels. That's the ones you wear. No, the rise on the boot is like, and I hate them because my pants get caught on the top of them.
Yeah.
And then I look like I work at a private ambulance service, some kind of shit.
They get stuck in them.
Yeah, so mine fuck that. I'm going back with, I want me a pair. You remember the
Breadbacks?
The Bates paratroopers.
Oh, yeah. The tie-ups?
Yeah, well, they got the zippers on the sides of them now. Those boots would last forever.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember them stinking like a motherfucker, though.
Yeah, they probably do. I don't remember that, but they're all leather, so it is what it is. I don't know. I had a set of Danners one time, but I'm not paying $500 for a set of $450 for a set of Danner boots again.
No, hell no.
Now they were great boots, but no, it was. I've been fucking dealing over that and trying to
recovery going.
It's fucking going, man. Nothing really major. Just staying in a little bit of pain here and there. Trying to just keep that under control. And
how's the extended vacation?
I'm getting stir crazy.
Yeah, I bet.
The whole limitations on lifting and stuff like that is really. I'm not good at just sitting in a chair and watching TV all day.
Yeah.
At all.
Same.
I like to accomplish things, so it has been problematic at best with that. Trying to get a little bit of stuff done at the house, but everything I need to do at the house, requires physical activity. Yeah. So, brother-in-law's helping me out a good bit. That feral motherfucker. By the way, speaking of feral people, I do want to mention this. I'm actually going to go on the Facebook here real quick. And we're going to the Sarcasm page here.
What is this, show and tell?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, if you haven't...
Oh, Jason Lee.
Yeah, dude. I ran into him...
he just played in town not long ago.
Yeah. Where the fuck did I run into him at? God, I don't even remember where I saw him. It had to be in Waldeboro, I think. Yeah, it had to be.
The amphitheater?
No, I didn't see him playing live. I saw him like at the store or something like that. I don't remember.
Like you actually ran into him.
Yeah, but anyway, last week I shared his stuff on Sarcasm's page, and as well I shared it to my personal social media. Jason is an awesome dude, man, and he can sing the shit out of some stuff. And I'm not necessarily a country music guy, but he is a really good guy. He's writing original music, singer-songwriter, getting it done. He's a local hometown boy. He's coming on here as soon as we can get schedules together, because he's also, he works full-time and has a full-time business that he does video editing and all this stuff. It's all kind of tied in, and he wants to get on here. He wants to come on here and do some live music with us and stuff like that. But if y'all have not or don't know anything about him, go to Jason Lee Cook on Facebook and follow him and like his stuff. He just got a new single, came out, was on the 19th of April. So last week. Well, last week. Yeah, last week. Same day as I had my surgery. And he is called Out in the Sticks.
Okay.
So you can hear it here. I am not going to play it because the last time we played music on here, YouTube took a big old fat dump on it.
They
but
do not like when we do that.
No. So, but go follow Jason if you would, please. That would be awesome, awesome, awesome. But yeah, I wanted to give him a big shout out on there because he's always been a good friend and always real support. He's been real supportive of our podcast. Every time I see him, he laughs, and we're necessarily not everybody's cup of tea.
No.
But I will promise you, everybody want to take a sip.
That's right. They want to know what it's about.
Yeah. But so I was just wanted to let him throw that out there. But God, I cannot remember where the fuck I saw him. Walmart. Of course, it was Walmart.
Yeah.
I had to.
It's like a whole family reunion there.
Yeah, it was. I had to go get my new glasses. I had to get
those ones. Those look good, man.
Yeah, I like them.
They look good.
They fit my head good. They're comfortable. They're stronger than the old ones. I can see better.
They got these here bifocals.
Yeah. Well, they are bifocal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the lineless ones. But I got the glasses and walking around getting some other stuff and run into him. So that's where it was. I just couldn't remember. I'm hazy.
That's what.
Not purple hazy.
Purple hazy.
They need to just go ahead and legalize weed, man. Get it over for us.
How long you been in the other world? 30. What? You ever seen any overdose on marijuana?
No.
How many alcohol related deaths have you seen?
Hundreds. Yeah. Thousands.
It don't make no damn sense, man.
Willie Nelson said ain't nobody did anything mean or died from smoking weed.
Nope. Well, except for bad drug deals.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
Fucked up.
You got to think about it like this. If I look high, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, you got them Asian slants.
I do. I got that.
I feel very good. Very good.
I'm Bobby Mom.
You might be more slanted than Bobby Mom right now.
I could be. If it was legalized and regulated as an industry, grown as an industry, sold as an industry, those deaths that are occurring as the result of tainted or mixed up.
Because it wouldn't be black market at that point.
Yeah, it wouldn't be black market. They wouldn't have it full of fentanyl and full of whatever the fuck else.
Natural grown herb.
Yeah. I think that you eliminate a lot of those actually, and it would actually eliminate some deaths.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And I got law enforcement buddies out there, and I use the word buddy loosely with most of my law enforcement cohorts. But this guy, he's a friend. He's literally could be considered the Sydney's godfather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
very close then.
Very close, good friend of mine. It's Eubanks.
Yeah, I thought you were going that route. I'm like, why don't?
But anyway,
why hasn't he been on here?
Well, because he's doing some special stuff at his job where he's at. That it's the social media would not be the best place for him.
I get it.
So, but he is he's constantly sending pics to. We got a little group chat, bunch of the Xbox guys and stuff like that. I know it sounds queer. Funny.
I'm so used to it, man.
Yeah. But
Fortnite, PlayStation.
But busting stuff he's done, and there would be just like sacks of nug, dude. I'm talking about fat sacks of nug. And I want to go, you're not really winning anything. This war is never going to be won. We just need to, I'm not saying, what is it? Is it Portland, Oregon? They legalized like all hard drugs, and now they're backing up on that because they found out that was horrible. Just legalize weed, man. For pain, man, I wish I could smoke a joint for the pain I've been in.
What was the other one? Pain, like epilepsy?
Epilepsy, Parkinson's disease.
All kinds of shit.
Yeah. You ever follow that guy, Stoner Gump?
No.
Dude.
No.
Go on social media. He's on all three, I say big, but Facebook, TikTok, and Insta.
Stoner Gump.
Stoner Gump. Hold on.
Don't forget that.
Dude, he is fucking hilarious.
What you find?
Whoa.
What you got there?
What's that? I don't know.
Pornhub.com.
This is Facebook.
That is not Facebook.
That is Facebook. See there?
Somebody done hit the account then. That is not Facebook approved.
I don't think we posted that. No. That's one of them fucking ads or something.
Yeah. That's what
we're going to say it is anyway.
That was an ad. 100% an ad.
Good thing I didn't have the screen up there.
Yeah.
There was just an old titty hanging out there.
Just a set of boots.
I got a question for you to ponder while I talk to you. So, if there's no oxygen, how comes the sun's burning? Now, while you go ahead and ponder that, folks, can you please hit that favorite and share button? Share it out to folks so we can get the message out. It'd be much appreciated. Of F around and find out. We're going to learn how to lip read.
You have social anxiety and you're staying home because you're too overwhelmed about judgment.
Helen Keller could read those lips. I'm going to hell.
Or what might happen, or,
that poor lady.
whatever.
Somebody gotta tell her.
You're missing out.
Too much testosterone.
What's so confusing to me, folks, is I hear words, but I don't see the lips moving.
Right? So how big is your net?
Judging by the images on Google Earth, not big enough. Man, ventriloquism is confusing.
So if I'm at home and I'm like, oh God, I don't want to go to that function.
Folks, remember, social anxiety is you making up stories about you to yourself. Don't listen to that crazy son bitch. Anywho's, if and you're not following me, folks, you... On today's episode of F Around and Find Out, we're going to respond to an asinine video. Unpopular fact, married iguanas is not medicine. I don't feel like you know the difference between fact and opinion, bud. You're stupid showing. Let me see if I can go ahead here in my elevated state, try to teach you real quick what the difference is. Let me share some facts with you. I'm just going to list off some things real quick for you that have been 100% proven as facts. You got some issues with some high blood pressure, you ought to go ahead and throw some of the Lord's lettuce into your regimen with those Cheerios, because it's been proven to lower blood pressure both at rest and in stress. Let's see, you got some inflammation and say you can't have NSAIDs due to whatever reason. I can't have them because of surgeries I've had. Not a whole lot of things I can have that reduce inflammation. The Lord's lettuce does. It's been proven.
You ain't wrong.
You know, it's pretty,
He sounds like Forrest Gump.
having random folks walk up to you, excited to meet you, want to shake your hand, take pictures with you and such. Been something to get used to. Also something I kind of have fun with. So, I was at the mall the other day, and I had this little lady come up to me. I'm not going to presume her age. She was older than me. And she came up to me and she said, "Oh my gosh, I'm following you." So, "Why are you following me around the mall?" And she said, "No, I mean, I'm following you." "Why?" And she said, aren't you Stoner Gump? I said, who? And she said, Stoner Gump. Who's that? She said, no, it's you. What are you talking about? She said, I'm following you on TikTok. What? And so then she proceeded to pull her phone out, pull up the TikTok, and show me. I said, well, he does look a lot like me, doesn't he? Hot damn. Mama always told me I had a brother. Didn't know he's a twin. And then I just looked at her.
But he's like,
I should.
but yeah, Stoner Gump. And then here's another one here.
Lip reading.
Lip reading. I got to make sure I find the Jacoby Ray right here. This dude is fucking funny too. Got a lip reading. Oh man. But you know but they just need to go ahead and legalize this and let it be done with, because you know
It doesn't make any sense.
it doesn't at this point anymore. I don't even know what some of his funnier reels are now. I can't find them. But Jacoby Ray, he's also funny as hell. And he is Georgia Pine Hire.
It is impossible for you to swallow with your mouth open. If Woody from Toy Story died, Andy would never know, and he'd just keep playing with his dead corpse. One day, space scenes in the movies might actually be shot in space. We rescue homeless animals, but we ignore homeless people. Nobody ever taught you how to ride a bike. They just hyped you up until you figured it out. Just go to bed, you'll feel better in the morning is the human version of did you turn it off and turn it back on again. Doctors don't save your life. They just prolong it for a little more time. Have you ever thought about how many pictures you might actually be in, like the ones that you have photobombed? You might be on somebody's wall and you don't know it. People that stay up late are more intelligent than people that go to bed early. Did you know that you could count to 999 in English and never use the letter A? You have never stopped clapping. You have just increased the intervals between them. If your friendship lasts more than 7 years, then you have a friend for life. When our pets are terminally ill, we put them down and call it humane. When our humans are terminally ill, we let them starve and call it natural. Scientists have proven that you'll become 90% smarter if you poop your pants. It is impossible for you to swallow your own saliva 5 times in a row. It is impossible for you to swallow with your mouth open.
Facts.
Oh God, there was one he done. I can't remember. It was one he does like these things with the Ring doorbells and stuff like that. He did one where he like shit his pants.
What?
Yeah. Oh God.
He high as fucking always.
All of them, dude. I don't know. I really am envious of these folks that are doing what they want to do and really are just, they're killing it, man. Him and Stoner Gump go back and forth about stuff all the time. And but no, they're great. So Jacoby Ray and Stoner Gump, check them out. They are friggin' awesome folks, and they are, again, super hilarious. I'm not going to go back to that page with the titty on it. Like I said, thank God I didn't have it cut on the browser. Yeah, before we even uploaded this video, we'd be banned.
Quick edits.
Yeah.
Quick edits.
Yeah. And I've gotten pretty good at it.
Yeah.
But it would just help with so much, man. It's just like, I'm not a fan of opioids, like in general. And it's not because, trust me, there are a lot of people dying from opioids.
Right.
And that is a fucking epidemic, crisis, whatever you want to call it, from misuse. There's just as many suffering from lack of opioids because of the pendulum effect, that just swinging the wrong
Right.
way, because doctors were lied to. They did what they thought was right, and now they're going to fucking jail for it and stuff. And so that pendulum swinging, the people that are really in pain aren't getting the opioids. But then I can have a little simple surgery that I'm going to be uncomfortable for a little while, but
Right.
then I'm going to be fine afterwards, kind of
Yeah.
thing. But I can get, like a fistful of opioids. And I'm just not a big fan of it. And again, I'm kind of like Stoner there. I can't necessarily do ibuprofen. So Stoner Gump's had gastric bypass surgery. And it's not that. I had a lap band one time and it sucked and didn't work. But ibuprofen's really tough on your kidneys and stuff like that too.
Right.
So when you have a history of kidney stones and then history of the swollen testes,
Yeah.
Just
Hydrocell.
hydrocells. That is kind of a sexy word when you hydrocell.
Yeah.
Hydrocell.
There's nothing hiding though.
No, it is not hiding. It is in the wide open for sure. That was super, super loud. But man, the computer's running good today. We're hitting all of the 30 frames per second. We're only
Oh, no delay today.
no delay whatsoever. Man, I don't know if that things are going good, man. It has been nice having some time off, like during the summertime. But not being able to do something is kind of like the downer side. Like I would love to go diving. Can't pick up that shit because it weighs like 9 million
Right.
pounds. Things like that, just kind of.
Don't you bake and stuff?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna probably cook a cake this evening. As a matter of fact, after we get done, we can bake together.
I'll do your taste sampling. I can't do shit. You,
On your lip. And but yeah, I'd bake and do that kind of stuff. And I like cooking in general, obviously. But no, man, dude, I am the smallest I've been since.
I was going to ask how much you down. I hate doing it to you, but
I know. Hold on, I got to get the calculator out because they weighed me in kilograms yesterday, and my brain is not functioning. Ouch.
hopefully the kilograms didn't start with a 2.
No, it did not.
Hey,
Actually, you're going to be surprised.
I'm going to say you're down 75 pounds.
It's times 2.2, right? Yeah. That's
That's where you're
70.
at today?
That's 77 pounds.
Look at you. I was right on, man.
I was right at 400 when I started the journey,
Good for you, bud.
and I'm at 324 now. 323.4.
Good for you.
I'm in 2X drawers, man.
Look, shh.
I literally, so going back to the surgery thing, if you didn't get an earful of it in the last episode, you have to wear size smaller underwear for compression.
Right.
Because you don't want
I can
them
see
to
it.
jiggly
No,
jangly.
no swinging.
Yeah. And I have been wearing, I think, 4X drawers. Okay, we're dudes, right? Like we buy drawers out of necessity most of the time.
Right.
We don't buy them because, ooh, those are cool underwear.
Right.
It's just not a thing. I did have a pair one time that had the smiley face. They were yellow drawers that had the smiley face on them. That was pretty cool. I'd wear them when I'd know I was going to hook up with a chick.
Happy time.
Happy time. But so I bought the 2Xs because that was like 2 sizes smaller than I was wearing. I thought, they give me plenty of compression. Fuck, I'm still fucking swaying back and forth in the fucking wind. I probably should have went with like tidy whities, but I'm not no fucking Walter White kind of
No?
guy. No, I got to have boxer briefs, man.
Push comes to shove, man. I don't want no swing.
Pushing and shoving in drawers is a bad subject.
Yeah, but I'm going whitey tighties if I can't get no, especially if it hurts.
It ain't that bad.
No.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
It's annoying. And I'm not having to medicate every day. It's just when I need it. The ice and stuff like that helps.
Yeah, I bet.
immensely. Other than the fact that there's ice on your sack and your taint.
Yeah.
If you've never had ice on your taint, 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Wood.
Would recommend.
Okay. All right.
No.
Yeah, I could see it being very comfortable.
Yeah, it is. It is awesome. I'm getting a close up of you scratching your nose.
Have you ever done an ice bath?
No, that was not a thing when I was like in school and stuff like that, or playing sports full time.
Oh,
so I know it's like this gigantic thing now in sports.
no, it's like a fat, even for like the health and fitness world now.
Yeah.
It does have benefits, I guess, but that, you talk about misery. They say once you get to like a mental place, I ain't never found it. I don't like it at all. It's so I can't imagine sitting on.
Yeah, I got like 3 bags of frozen peas that I'll rotate through.
Did you ever eat those other peas?
No.
Just you put like a permanent marker on there. Do not eat.
No.
Are you just going like Russian roulette?
Yeah.
I like it.
Living dangerously. I'll put it in some fucking soup or something like that. You want to different.
Boil them.
But you know that whole ice thing. You know, I know. You know, some of the other stuff you do a lot of research and all of that stuff with all of that, and you know, with your side business or what primary business, whatever it is now, but personal trainer stuff. But that thing kind of first came out from a wrestler.
I didn't know that.
Diamond Dallas Page.
Really?
You know, he's got that DDPY.
Right.
He doesn't call it yoga, it's DDPY.
Right.
And, you know, like he's made people that were like almost invalids from injuries and all this stuff, like healthy and able to walk again and do things.
Damn. Okay.
And he, a lot of the wrestlers and stuff like that, and a lot of that. But he used to, because he was older when he got into wrestling. He was like already in his mid to late 30s when he started wrestling.
Shit, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, he was always a kind of a hanger-arounder, you know. He run like bars and stuff like that guys went to, so everybody knew him.
Right.
But he wasn't an actual wrestler until like his late to mid-30s. And he read up, and he would come in after the matches and ice his joints and like just have bag. He would literally, there was this story one time that Stone Cold actually drank beer. Steve Austin actually drank beer backstage. I love beer.
A lot of beer.
So he would get Steve Austin's ice and ice himself down and take the ice to his shoulders and to his back and stuff like that. And he was able to sustain a really, you know, heavy impact career, take a lot of bumps as a result of him, the way he treated his body. And that turned into his second life as this yoga DDPY guy that makes differences. And I was like, if I ever get to the point that for a big guy, I'm pretty damn flexible, and I'm not going to call myself nimble.
Yeah.
But I can move for a big dude. If I ever got to the point I'd completely lose that or was going down, and the first time I ever had to grab like a cane or something like that, I'm buying his shit to try it, dude.
Right.
You know, because I've just seen the successes on people. Scott Hall, the wrestler Scott Hall, before he died, he couldn't even walk. Just like he was just like this ball of cripple that would just like shuffle. And at the end, before he died, he was damn near back in wrestling shape from this.
Jesus.
So there's something to it.
Yeah.
And I think he's just doing it the right way, you know.
Well, if you think of what the body goes through under any inflammatory response, man. So when you start putting that into the joints, into the muscles themselves, man, you can imagine, especially with the impact sport like that, even though it's fake.
It is.
No.
No.
What they are doing to their bodies is not fake.
No, it is scripted.
It's okay.
It's scripted.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give them that.
That's fair.
I'm a wrestling.
That's fair.
I'm a wrestling fan from back in the day. Me and my dad used to watch it. It's a thing for me and my dad, and we will watch it every now and again now on TV. It's not something that I'm gonna be on every Monday night looking for it and stuff like that or whatever. But they do what they're doing is a high impact sport. They're taking hits and stuff like that equivalent to a football player.
Right.
But the outcomes are scripted.
Right.
So that's kind of
you can't really fake those hits, man. Like I mean, they do put their body through the ringer.
They do. It's tough for them. So, they end up with a lot of injuries. I just noticed the other day, one of the female wrestlers who is really, really good, she's the number one in the company, Rhea Ripley. She's Australian, so she's hot as hell, too.
I bet so.
Really, but she's not like ripped female like that awkwardly female bodybuilder.
One. Yeah.
She is
like that
aesthetically good looking, in shape.
Thickum.
Yeah.
There you go.
And she just ended up with a terrible shoulder injury.
Damn.
And this is somebody who's obviously taking care of their body.
Right.
And they're getting injured and taking care of it at a high level. So it is, it's high impact. So they shave my everything.
Got some itches?
Fucking itching like a motherfucker.
At least
Sorry.
it's growing back.
So you see me down here, I'm just scratching sack and dick. Just digging. Oh, God. As you get older, I just turned 47,
Yeah?
Yeah. Back in March, turned 47.
Oh, you know what? We recorded the day of your birthday, and you never said a goddamn thing to me.
No.
What a horrible friend I am.
No, you're not.
Jesus.
Brent, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, and this may be the meds talking, you're probably one of my best friends, to be honest.
I appreciate that, but it still would have been nice, because as guys, we don't stay up on each other's birthdays like we probably should.
No, but I know when I was having some trouble last year, I called you on the phone, and you were right there for me, and you checked up on me, and you did things, and I'll never forget that stuff, man. Mm-hmm. And
because you would do the same.
Yeah, I hope I would.
In our small circle.
Yeah. You are part of Joey's small circle. You're part of my tribe, if you would. And but I don't pay attention to it anymore. Once you pass like 21, fuck birthdays anyway. But I did turn 47 this year. This is kind of a milestone. The only reason I can remember that I'm 47 is that Amanda turned 41 and I'm 6 years older than her.
That's right.
So so I'm getting on up there, I hadn't got an AARP card yet.
Ain't no spring chicken no more.
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm probably now, since I've lost this weight, is as good a shape as I've been in 15, 20 years.
That's awesome.
Since I
bet
quit,
your body just feels a lot better.
100% better. I don't have, I've had knee problems and back problems. I'm not having trouble out of my back. It's not acting up aggressively.
Right.
I'll have mornings.
Yeah.
Knees are doing really well. Of course, I got a pig meniscus in one, and the other one's fucked up. That's fucking baseball and softball. I'm not going to call baseball and softball necessarily impact sports, but
if you what position?
I was first base.
Yeah, it's still pretty rough, man. That's a lot of stretching.
Yeah, but I'm not having near the wake up pains and stuff like that in the mornings. My osteoarthritis inflammation is significantly down.
Right.
And of course, I had the hydrocell reduction last week. This is just a little quick.
Well, that was like 4 pounds.
Yeah. You should have seen the size of it. I wish I'd had a picture of it before. It was pretty impressive. My left testicle was so big that on the ultrasound, when we talked about the ultrasound.
Oh, the light thing.
No, not the light. The ultrasound with the little hot chick.
It,
yeah. And she had like an arm tattoo too. That was the thing. And kind of like yours. Twinning. But she had, because they got to look at both of them, she couldn't hardly get a good picture of the right one because the left one had eclipsed it.
Lunar.
It was a
lunar nut.
It was a testicular eclipse. Those happen only once every 14 years.
It pushed it back up into your body cavity.
Yeah, on leap year.
It became an ovary in 30 seconds.
It actually had pushed it back pretty damn deep. They were actually worried that it could cause problems. I tell you what, fixing the hydrocell has done. So if you read all up online about it, it has hydrocells and stuff like that should have no effect on any of your testosterone or anything like that.
No sperm cell deduction.
No, none of that stuff. I haven't checked sperm count. I'm 40 fucking 7. I don't want no more kids.
Yeah, no shit. I hear you.
I need to. When I had the last hydrocell before this one, I was supposed to go back and get a vasectomy in between.
Oh man, you should have just done the
Well, they won't do them at both at the same time.
Ah, shit.
Because it's different incision sites and all, and it's just different procedures. So I'm gonna go back this time. I really don't. The thing is I don't need to.
Right.
Because Amanda's on birth control for not birth control, but for
Regulatory reasons.
yeah, regulatory reasons. So I don't necessarily need it. So why do it type thing. But they were worried about that stuff. The biggest thing was the testosterone. So last year, middle of the year, tired, like just no energy type thing. I could come home from work be home at 6 o'clock and go get into bed at 6:30. Just
Wiped. Yeah.
Had the doc check my testosterone. I was in the 590 to 610 range, something.
Okay.
So I was
Not terrible.
not for a 46-year-old person.
Yeah.
That's when this hydrocell started. I started noticing that again, and the urologist, who is not an endocrinologist, obviously, said that he said, I don't care what you read online. That thing's not producing. You're 50% less than what you were. And he's like, even though 50% of say 600 is still not completely down in the tank,
Right.
that's significantly less than what you were running at. So that's your body's not adjusting to it. In 1 week, literally in a couple days, I have the energy I used to have back.
Yeah.
It's like it took the restrictor plate off.
Yeah.
Morning wood.
Strong as a bull.
Yeah, strong as bull. Yeah, it's that has actually, not that, but like the energy and the feeling
Oh yeah. No.
energetic and wanting to do stuff is back
Yeah.
just from that. So that was
Natural hormones and vitamins, man. For men of today, if you don't stay on top of it, you're going to find yourself in a hole very quickly.
and you can get there too fast.
Yep.
It can happen ridiculously fast. But
There's studies out there that show the 19 and 20-year-old men today with estrogen levels of 45 and 50-year-old women. It's decreasing every year for men.
wow,
Testosterone is dropping and estrogen's increasing
wow.
just from the intake of food and processing.
You think that?
It's proven.
I'm kind of glad
And you're not outside. So men back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, when they're running a rough
Vitamin.
800 to 1,000, were in the sun getting vitamin D. They're eating red meat.
now they're just
chicken.
getting the D.
That's pretty much. Or they're inside. They're eating processed shit, and that's why you see that this is no joke. This is something I learned, that men are packing weight. If you've noticed, some of the men, boys, will pack the weight on in their hips and their butt like women
Really?
because their estrogens are so high. Their body stores it like a female. It's so high.
Huh.
That's why you get that weird, real big. The boys will have the big hips and stuff here. But
Yeah,
the
I just thought they
the-
were transitioning.
No, there's actually reasoning behind it.
But one thing about it is I have no ass. My wife and I have no ass at all.
You got that frog disease.
Yeah, I got belly though. But no, I've lost a good bit of weight, and I really haven't done nothing. I'm trying to keep my diabetes under control. Now it's
How's your
been
A1C doing?
6.1, bitches.
Nice. You're almost at baseline bottom.
Yeah.
Hey, so have you looked at hormone replacement or peptide?
I've talked with my doctor about it, and he just doesn't think I'm not quite ready for it yet.
We'll talk off the air about a peptide.
Yeah, and the peptides, he does the peptides.
Yeah.
And he's had good response from it.
I swear by them.
And but hormone replacement, when you start dealing with the endocrine system, when you start replacing the hormones, your body shuts that system off,
it
and then
will.
it never comes back.
It will. Yep. 100%.
So he doesn't want to put me there yet because I don't need it yet.
Yeah.
And so I trust this dude. I trust my doctor.
Yeah.
100%. I don't trust many. I trust him. And because he's been through, he's roughly my age too. So he's a skinny dude, tall, skinny dude. So he's got like cholesterol and stuff like that. And he had when we were talking about testosterone, he was like in the 140s.
Yeah.
He was like terrible, and he started peptides, and he ended up on testosterone replacement therapy, and now his wife can't keep up.
That's right.
But no, he's also in the MMA and all this other kind of stuff too, and that just like his whole everything, his performance level increased.
Yeah, I mean, lifting weights, being physically active, like that kind of stuff. The natural hormone boost of testosterone for men is where we're lacking, man.
Yeah.
Like chopping wood. Who the lost art of chopping wood.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like the stuff where you go kill an animal and drag it a mile and a half home. Like that shit that different.
But I guess I'm fortunate enough, and one day I'm sure your situation will be where you'll be fortunate enough to kind of have a little place in the country again.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. But I don't fresh eggs, got my garden, and shit just tastes different. Number one, it's better.
Right.
I'm fortunate we got an IGA up here that none of their meats, they're not, I'm sure everything's got fucking antibiotics in it. But the meats and stuff like that are fresh cut. They're not processed. They're not colorated, any of those kind of stuff, because they use, that IGA, those independent grocers, they use something, I can't remember, but their companies that they buy from don't do any of that high level processing for their meats and stuff like that. So, and what I like about this place and the new owners, everything in there, from their meats to all of their vegetables, it's got the sticker on it, and it says a product and where it came from, the state.
Oh, no shit. That's good.
So I was I like broccoli salad. Yeah. And I was going to do some, but they didn't really have any good broccoli in there. Like it needed a refreshing a little bit. They didn't have but a few things left, and I know like their truck comes on Tuesday, so.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm not mess with it. But broccoli, this is a product of Florida.
Shit, ain't nothing wrong with that.
So I'm and it's not any more expensive. It's like normal price. It's not like this weird thing. And they had grapes in their product of Venezuela or some kind of shit like that. It's like, I just don't want to buy them now.
Right.
But I do like the fact that that they, at least this independent grocer, is informing the people.
Right.
And I think that's important. And I've always eaten country food and stuff like that. I'd much rather make it and cook it and do that myself than have anybody do that for me, for the most part.
It's way better. When you know the source, it's way better.
Yeah. I'm not butchering cows and stuff anymore. I'm just not doing that. I did that when I was a kid and helped out and stuff like that. And fuck that.
Traumatizing, ain't it?
Not really. I don't give a shit.
I'm telling you, man, I struggle with that as a kid.
Well,
old Chuck and I have had these conversations.
Well, I guess
that'll change you.
See, we never raised our own cattle. We always bought we raised our own hogs. And so the field in front of my house here, that used to be a hog pen.
Okay.
From the end of the little pond over there that way. And my granddaddy always had hogs, and we'd butcher those every year. But cows we just always bought from literally his cousin. He was raising them.
Yeah.
And what was happening is we would give my granddaddy would give him like 4 hogs for a cow or something like that. It was bartering.
Yeah.
And so then we would have to butcher.
Right.
And it didn't bother me because I didn't like raise Bessie from a baby type thing. Yeah. Type thing like I'm sure y'all did in Ohio.
Yeah, a lot of us did, man. Even some of them would be like 4-H projects, man.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Shit.
Yeah. See, 4-H wasn't never. It's around here, but it never was really like big like you saw it. Yeah,
huge.
Like that was a big thing for the fairs and stuff like that. And
Still is.
Yeah, which I think is cool. I think it's My daughter in high school is actually taking agricultural class. She's running the garden out there.
Yeah.
Like-
Lost art again. Like,
But like, only thing I'm doing is, well, I got it all planted and tilled up and all. I got lucky as hell. So my granddaddy had bought this tiller like 10 years before he died.
Yeah.
Little rear tine tiller. He's been dead 25 years. Probably, yeah, at least. And it's just been in my shed. It's got a little 5 horsepower Briggs and Stratton motor on it. I changed the oil in it.
there's a little walk behind 4-blade.
No, it's a little. It's 36 inches.
Oh, red? Is it red?
No, it's blue. It doesn't even,
okay.
the tiller itself doesn't have a brand name. It's just got a Briggs and Stratton motor on it.
I like it.
And I had to take the cover off of it and restring it because the pull cord was bad. And I cleaned I sanded the stator and the points. Just sanded them and cleaned the rust off of them. Put a spark plug in it. Changed the fuel line out. It didn't have no fuel in it.
Right. Carburetor's probably dry as bone.
Has been dry for years.
Right.
I'm talking about popcorn fart dry. So I was worried about stuff being all crumbly and stuff like that. Put a gallon of gas in it, second pull, that son of a bitch fired up and went running.
Shit. That you couldn't do that today. You know what I found out? I bought a new mower last summer. Completely winterized it, set it down. Would not start this year.
Oh,
Do you know why?
what?
The carburetors are about 99% plastic now. Even the injectors are plastic. So any of that little bit of drip of ethanol that's sitting in that residual gummed up that fucking carburetor. I had to tear the whole fucking mower apart in year one. Come on.
But no, it's the old style Briggs and Stratton 5 horsepower motor. So I had to. The tires had rotted just enough, but they weren't like dry rotted.
Right.
But they wouldn't hold air permanently. They wouldn't keep us
They had the
beads.
cracks all around it.
Not terribly.
No.
Because it's always been kept in a shed. So
Yeah.
I put a set of tubes in the tires. Fucking
Ready to go.
rolling, son.
Hell.
So I did all of that, but as far as all the planting and the watering and the fertilizing, she's doing like the calculations out. She's kind of doing it like a project for school.
I don't know why that wouldn't count for school.
No, it will. It does
Oh,
count.
okay,
like
okay. I
like
was
she
gonna say.
literally. That's kind of the reason we did it.
Yeah.
But other reason is I like fried squash and shit. You know.
Shit. I'll buy some squash from you.
Yeah,
You got zucchini out there?
They shit me.
What do you mean?
So I went and bought because I go to Benton's over there in
Yeah.
Walterburg because I love those folks.
Right.
And they always have really good plants. And so I was going to plant 6 squash, 6 zucchini, 12 to a row. That was what the plan was. Got my squash, got the zucchini, got back home, and obviously they had put squash plants into the zucchini plant thing, and so I have 11 squash and 1 zucchini.
Oh, okay.
But-
You're not going to be without squash.
No, but I like yellow squash because I put them in. I'll do them like stewed squash and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and I'll do all that kind of stuff too. But with the peppers and the tomatoes and cucumbers, like Amanda likes fresh cucumbers out of the garden, vinegar, salt and vinegar, and pepper on them, and the asparagus. Of course, I planted asparagus this year, but you can't harvest it until next year.
Right.
It's so long. But I like asparagus and carrots. We got the multicolored carrots. It comes in a strip now.
Really?
You just pull the strip out, and the seeds are already pre-positioned, and you dig a little trench, put the strip in, water it in, cover it up, and then
Well, I'm going to have to show you Avery's strip of carrots. Because she just I said, you just got to sprinkle it down the line, babe. And it was just like pile. And she was happy as shit. I said, cover it up. Fuck
Cover it
it
up.
Now that whole strip is nothing but carrot tops. I was like, all right. And that shit came from Tractor Supply.
yeah, I think I got this one from. I think these carrots came from Walmart actually,
Okay.
but it just come in a little, water soluble
Yeah.
paper strip type
Like
thing.
the dissolve one with that.
It just dissolved as soon as you put as soon as you put the water on it, it
Ready
kind
to
of
go.
dissolved, went away. So, but they're I don't know, 4 inches apart, 3 or 4 inches apart, something like that. So it made it real easy. But that's going to be real cool. And the kids love that stuff. They love the chickens and stuff like that. They're out there. They're learning those things. And so, you know, while I'm can't do anything out there hoeing it, and
they got projects. Okay. That's where we've gone wrong, man.
No, 100%, man. I think it's just, and it's not making kids do stuff for the sake of making kids do stuff. It's like Reed was out there last night. A couple nights ago, we was sitting out on the back porch there for a minute, and he said, "How long do you think for the garden's gonna come in?" He's 8.
Yeah.
And I was like, "It'll be a month and a half, or we'll pick squash, and probably a month and a half pick squash. 'Cause squash grows pretty quick." I was like, "The rest of it, probably 2 months."
Yeah.
Well, I'm ready for that, Daddy. I was like, "I know you are, bud." I was like, "But it's real important we do everything in between, because that's where the payoff is when we get to pick it and eat it." And he goes, "Yeah, that's what I want, is that," he said, "all that work we done, we get to." And he's 8 years old.
That's cool that the instant gratification thing didn't come into effect.
No, it wasn't that. It was like the work's got to be put in for it to be done right. And that was, just like him hitting that home run, that was a proud dad moment.
Yeah.
That's a proud dad moment. That's a win in today's society.
First one of his life. He'll never forget it either.
Yeah. And so it's just proud dad moments I get with these kids. And I'm just fortunate enough to be out here in the woods to be able to do stuff like that. Right. And I got enough place to do it. And of course, I also planted it right next to my septic tank. So it's kind of got this.
Hell yeah. It's got some good soil.
Yeah, good soil, natural stuff. And
the carrots smell like shit. Why are these carrots brown? You said multicolor. These motherfuckers brown.
They might have been in Pete Buttigieg's ass.
Pete Buttigieg.
What was that Surgeon General?
Which one?
The Surgeon General or whatever that was the transvestite. I'm not picking on transvestites, but I just think it's funny. I think it's funny that we talk about, I'm about, I don't care what you do. I've got, I've just got, it's a point in life. It's like, dude, go do you. Be happy. That's all I want you to do. Be happy.
It ain't my life, man.
No, just be happy. I don't care. Just be happy. Don't force it on nobody. Just like, I won't force nothing on you. Don't force nothing on anybody. I don't care what that is, whether it's a lifestyle, whether it's a religion or whatever. Don't force it on nobody. Just go do you and be happy. But the fact is that I look at transitioned men that have transitioned to women in the United States.
Yeah.
And then I look at men that have transitioned to women in like Asia. We're losing the war. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. That's a trick. There are no key identifiers there. It is completely gone.
It's like, what? No.
Yeah.
Well, then, oh, God, that's a wiener. Unexpected item in baggage area. In the United States, you go, oh. Yeah, that's a dude. We're not winning that war.
That female swimmer has a penis.
Yes. I like the fact that, what was it? Serena Williams wouldn't play the transitioned athlete.
And then you got the swimmers that are boycotting almost.
And that's the thing is that, I don't care. If you believe you're a woman, be you.
Whatever.
Don't go in there to gain an advantage for women's sports.
No. And listen, I
think that's got to be off the table at that point.
I do, and I don't understand the argument for that. Simply because you have, just like men, you have men and women that have trained their entire careers to be an elite athlete in their class.
Correct.
There is nowhere in there where it should be even a conversation to me that a male athlete at this level who is trained to even Division 1, 2, or 3, whatever you have, to say, tomorrow I'm competing in the female branch. Because no matter how you chalk it up, it is completely different.
Oh, 100%.
It is a completely different world of competition at that point. There is no comparison to it. They're bigger, faster, and stronger.
Yeah. You would not, in my opinion, Rogan addressed this and he got slayed over it.
I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will get messages from family. Even my own family members.
Yeah. That's the reason I don't really have many family members. But Rogan got slayed over it that you would not even consider placing a transitioned female to male athlete in the octagon in MMA.
Why?
That would...
I understand.
That is so... Do they have the right? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is going to tell them no, though, at that point. At what point do you stop that standard? So if Conor McGregor tomorrow says, I want to go win a belt in here, I'm going to go win a belt no matter what. Tomorrow I feel like a girl, so I'm going to go fight in the women's belt or the women's series. Mm-hmm. Who's going to tell him no?
Somebody should, because it's irresponsible. I
get that, but I'm saying as the mindset right now of society, who is going to buck that system? Who's going to be the one that says you're not doing that because you're not a female?
Joey will.
Well, I mean, I get that, but who's going to actually stop?
I think Dana White would. I think he's...
I would hope at that level.
I think Dana White would. He don't give a fuck.
No, he does not. No, but...
he's got some... I'm sure he's got some shady shit he does. He makes money on people fighting.
Everybody does that makes that kind of money.
But I think he's got at least an ethic that goes, that's just wrong. And he'll stand up for it no matter what heat he gets, because he gets heat all the time for shit. So I don't think it's a big deal for him. But, and again, it's not that... I want you to be happy. I want you to live your life. But,
I agree.
But there are certain things...
Where's that line drawn?
There are certain things that are off the table when you make that decision. It's, and it would be for anybody, but it's like that for any decision you make.
Right.
If I make a decision to do something and knowingly that these things are off the table or it would be problematic, I have to accept that if I want to make that decision, and that's just the end of it. That's why I think these transitioned athletes are only seeking in their brain,
the wins.
The win.
It's 100% a win.
And that's
like the Riley girl.
Yeah.
So what's her name? Riley, the swimmer, the USA swimmer.
I don't remember. No,
she was an SEC swimmer too. No, this is the girl.
Okay.
She was going. That was going to be her year.
Yeah.
To win national championships and all that, and then suddenly this guy pops up and beats her and everything, and she takes second and all this shit. And then she calls, "This ain't fair."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she is a bigot, and she's called all this shit on the national platform that she's. What's the word I'm talking about? Homophobic.
Yeah.
And all this other shit. And I'm like, where does that power come from?
Well, what I mean? Society uses name calling to degrade people regardless of the facts.
True.
That's the simple thing, is that, I can form an opinion or get a group of people follow me because I degrade somebody because of their belief or ethic. There's the medicine again.
No, that's in your eyes right now. That pill's kicked in.
But that doesn't make it right in that aspect. It doesn't make it right, because on the reverse side of that, if that was being done to that group, it would be wrong.
Correct. Or reversed.
Yeah, or reversed in any way. And I can't deal with that part of it, because that's forcing an ideal on me.
Right.
My ideal is you force nothing on anybody. You let them live their lives happily. But if you're going to force this on me, then you have crossed a line there.
Right.
That line supersedes gender relations and all of these things. Right. And it becomes then this... That is theft in a way to me.
Yeah.
Sorry, that is what it is.
100%.
It's sad to say, the basketball player, the girl that was so good from, was it Indiana?
Which one?
They just played in Idaho. Just played the national championship against Carolina. Carolina won, but this girl, she's a white girl.
Oh, you're talking about the point guard from Iowa.
Yeah, Iowa, yeah. Amazing basketball player.
Caitlin?
So
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, amazing basketball player. She couldn't overcome the team that is the steamroller of University of South Carolina's basketball team. Dawn Staley, the fucking GOAT.
Do you know why they're so good? Do you know who Dawn Staley's women's basketball team practices against? Who their practice team is?
The boys?
The men's practice team.
Yeah.
They are banging on the court every day against Division I male
Men's
basketball players. Yep.
But that's her goal. But that's her thing.
Correct.
And she has made a dynasty out of women's basketball in University of South Carolina. Hey, I'm a Gamecock fan, so absolutely. Hell yeah, I'm down for it. And it's unfortunate this girl came up against that steamroller that it was, or her team would have absolutely won. But even in that, she was treated so despairingly by other basketball players because of color.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. No, I know.
You know, she is, I'm not going to compare her to Larry Bird because Larry Bird, the GOAT as well.
Right.
You know, he was this ungainly white kid that could shoot the eyes out of anything and talk shit worse than anybody. And he didn't fit in. There's been plenty of those players like that. But it goes back to even in that, on the reverse side, either way you frame it, just let people do what they want to do and be happy. But, you know,
support success.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Support success. It doesn't matter what fucking uniform or logo you have on.
No.
You know what I'm talking about? That's what kills sports in general.
Yep.
It honestly does, man.
Well, that and baseball umpires.
Did you
Angel Hernandez.
Did you see the one of the picture of his cell phone? It said Angel Hernandez missed phone call or missed call. It had 9-0.
Oh God, he's so horrible. And the rules they're putting in place now, there's, you know, it's gotten to the point that, you know, we talked about the football stuff where now they can't even really tackle anybody. They were showing clips the other day. I was watching something showing clips the other day from the 90s, just the 90s. We don't think the 90s, you know, in our minds, we think the 1990s was yesterday, but it's been a while back now. But in the 90s, roughing the passer, what it meant then versus what it means today.
Right. I don't know what that is.
What?
You don't hear that alarm?
What alarm?
Some sort of alarm going off in my headset. I don't know. Weird.
Are you on drugs?
No, I feel like I'm too sober.
Oh.
I don't know what that was.
I got another message from Reseum.
Reseum?
It is Reseum.
Another promoter?
It is. Do you want to promote your podcast, Reseum?
God. You should just reply, send me $500 cash.
Yeah. Oh, my God. But no, I noticed you've been struggling with some kind of something you're hearing over there. And
yeah, I don't know what it was. It was like a back loop feedback.
It might be back feeding or something. I don't know. But no, I think that's been something that's been kind of driving me crazy is, you know, at what point we're going to say the lunacy is over and...
It's to me, I hate to go the political route, but until the agenda stop with the dumb shit, it's not going to go anywhere because it fits during where they need votes and all that. I don't want that shit. You already shared farts and everything else. I don't need that.
I ain't even farted today.
No, you probably can't on freaking Percocets.
No, it seems like you would fart more because it would just be sitting in there fucking ruminating.
I feel like I'd be dying right now.
No, I'm telling you, I'm regular as it can be. But
yep.
But anyway, hey, we done run an hour.
That's crazy.
I know, right?
It goes fast.
It does. But Hey, y'all, let me remind you to go visit our social media, Sarcasm and Serotonin, YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, and Insta podcast. The video podcast is on Spotify and YouTube, Apple, and then Apple and iHeartRadio, as well as every other podcast thing has our audio. And then our web store, go buy you some swag there, some T-shirts.
We got new stickers for all the assholes that pointed it out the other one.
Yeah. So our original stickers, that wasn't on the website. That wasn't on the website, not the same website. So I bought a bunch of stickers from a company, and I must have been drunk when I made them. And it's got an extra something in the end of a sarcasm or something like that.
Sarcasm.
The funny thing was, if you go back and look on our previous podcast, this up here was misspelled too. I had to change all of that.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Because that sticker ain't nothing but our logo.
Moving it.
So I just had to fix the logo. But you can go buy stickers, cups, whatever you want to. It's got a lot of cool stuff on there, hats and all. You see us repping that a lot. Even when I went to surgery, like I said, I had my Sarcasm and Serotonin shirt on. I didn't have Dickie Bingo. I love Dickie Bingo.
I'm telling you should have wore that shirt in the fucking...
I'm telling you, that's like almost a double entendre.
Yeah.
For that. my next fucking surgery on my nuts, I'm going to wear Dickie Bingo. If I ever have to have penis surgery, I'm going to wear Dickie. I hope I never have to have penis surgery. Yeah. But if I do, I'm wearing Dickie Bingo.
Enlargement's never out the question for me.
No. I mean, sure.
Mr. Big Guy over here. Never mind. Never mind. Mr. Extra Large Jockstrap.
Have to put 2 cups together. That's just for my left nut.
You smuggling a bundle of bananas?
But anyway, we appreciate y'all and we love y'all and we thank y'all for listening to us. Please send us some feedback too on topics you want us to talk about, or topics you don't want us to talk about anymore. We would be more than happy to entertain all of the above. And again, check us out on all of our social media. Love, like us, and smile at us, and respond to us, and do all those things. And if we make it to episode 100, we're doing it shirtless.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right, we'll catch y'all later.
See y'all next week.
See ya.